Hey hey!
Olá!
Today we're going to be taking a look at the nature-themed game Forest Shuffle.
Forest Shuffle is a 2 to 5 player card layering game published in 2023 by Lookout Games. The game is designed by Kosch and features stunning artwork by Toni Llobet and Judit Piella. Players take turns to build up their forest by placing trees and wildlife around them. On each turn, the player can choose to either draw 2 cards or play a card into their forest by paying any cost required. There are 3 winter cards, and once you draw the third one, the game ends and it's time to total up the points from your forest. Whoever has the most points wins.
Inside the box you will find 180 cards comprising of 66 trees, 48 forest dwellers split horizontally, 44 forest dwellers split vertically, 3 winter cards, 5 cave cards, 1 for each player, and 14 reference cards. The game clearing board, 1 scorepad, and the rulebook. The card quality is nice with a smooth finish. While we would have preferred a linen finish, we are still very happy with these, and they're not too thin or flimsy. We love the artwork in this game too, and it looks really good on these cards. The rulebook was rather easy to understand and got us playing the game well enough. It featured clear gameplay examples and wasn't too big. There is also a nice overview on the back to help with the various symbols and effects in the game. It's really nice that there are 14 reference cards included, which can be used during the game by all players to see the various cards and their effects. While we didn't personally use these, it's nice to have them available. The box itself is of a good quality too, and features a cardboard insert to hold all of the cards.
The game gets set up with a reduction in cards depending on the number of players. There are 3 winter cards that are placed in the lower third of the deck, and these act as the timer for the game. 6 cards get dealt to each player, and you're now ready to play. The turns are quite simple in this game, with only 2 actions to choose from. You can either draw 2 cards, or you can play a card and check the clearing. The drawn cards can be taken from the deck or the clearing board, which is shared between all players. Take 1 at a time to add to your hand, keeping in mind the hand limit of 10 cards. If you choose to play a card being a tree or a dweller, you start by paying the cost of that card, if any. Then you can play the card face up in your forest, which is the area in front of you. There might also be a placement bonus, which is unlocked if you are able to match the tree symbol on your card with all the cards you are using to cover the cost. There might also be a placement effect that you can resolve at this moment. Some cards provide an ongoing effect which will last for the remainder of the game. And finally, for this action, check the clearing board. If at the end of your turn there are 10 or more cards, they are all discarded and are now out of play. And that's it. Play continues until the 3rd winter card is drawn from the deck, at which point the game ends immediately and you can total up your scores.
I'm really glad we got around to trying this one.
To finally play it, you mean? We have had this game for a while, and if you watched our other videos, you have heard us mentioning we wanted to play this game for a while already.
Yep, I think it's fair to say it's our latest obsession. It was very easy to get into and play, and I know for sure that we will be introducing this one to our friends.
It's so simple to understand but has deeper, more complex layers to it. The other day we wanted to play a board game and we picked one that was just too heavy for what our mental capacity allowed us in that moment, and we both just decided on playing Forest Shuffle instead because it feels like a big game, I would say. It takes a lot of space, but it's easy to play. It requires the right amount of thinking for you to enjoy.
Yep. The artwork is so nice in this game too. For us, that's really a factor in our enjoyment for a game, especially if you're going to be spending 30 minutes plus with it. It's nice to have something pretty to look at, and this one really fits that criteria. We love the theme too.
Yes, we love nature. The artwork is very cute and the colors are really nice. It's very pleasant to look at.
The gameplay flow is really nice and easy to understand. It's really just a case of choosing if you want to draw 2 cards or play a card on each turn.
I like that it's not just laying down cards and paying their cost. You can play on all 4 sides of the tree. I also like that the cards are connected, like if you have a fox in your forest, you score 2 points for each hare you've played, along with 1 point per hare.
And the cool thing with the hares ability is they allow you to stack multiple hares on the same spot on a tree. So you can see how this can ramp up to get some good points if you play it well. Not only does the fox give you points per hare at the end of the game, it also has a placement bonus of 1 extra card from the draw pile per hare. In our last game, I specifically was stacking up hares not so much for the points, but to draw lots of cards for when I finally played the fox card that I was sitting on.
Another example is the lynx, which only scores if you play a roe deer into your forest. Or my favorite, you will only score the wild boar if you play 1 baby boar as well, the squeaker. And for each adult one, you get 10 points, which is pretty good. And some cards score based on the number played into your forest, and these cards are more rare. Like, there are only 4 fireflies. If you play them all, you get 20 points, but if you only play 1, you get nothing.
Another thing I like is the split on the cards, be it horizontal or vertical. I find it works really well to get you thinking about what kind of combinations you want to aim for, and how you can place them. It's nice to build up your forest, seeing the connections linked between the different species.
Oh, and sometimes you have a card with 2 dwellers that you really need in your forest, and you have to decide which one you go for, sacrificing the other.
There is a bonus system mechanic too. Some cards will provide you a bonus if you're able to meet the criteria while paying the cost of the card. This is done by matching the tree color of the card that you want to play to all of those that make up the cost. They have some pretty good bonuses too, but I don't think neither of us have really tried to obtain it.
Yeah, we haven't. They seem quite tricky to meet the criteria because it seems that you always need the cards you have in your hand.
Some of the cards offer pretty powerful ongoing effects too. There is 1 mushroom card that when played to the base of a tree, will give you an extra card for every other card played under another tree in your forest. Planned right, you can get some really good systems going for extra cards or points during the game.
Oh, in our last board game arena game, I played a mole, which allowed me to play as many cards from my hand as I wanted in that same turn, paying their cost. And because of that, I was able to play 5 more cards. There are lots of paths that you can take in your game. You can focus on trees, you can focus on the bats, the hares, on the cave, all sorts of things to score points.
Oh, we nearly forgot to mention the cave. The cave is an extra card all players have in their forests from the start of the game. There are 2 animals whose ability allow you to place cards here, for which you'll get 1 point per card at the end of the game.
The bear allows you to take all the existing cards from the clearing board, and the raccoon allows you to take as many cards from your hand as you want and draw that amount from the deck to replace them.
I'm really happy with the game, and I'm so glad we finally got around to playing it. I do wish the card quality could have been slightly better. I really am fond of the linen finish you get on some cards that give it a bit of texture. But that's a very minor gripe for me personally, and might not be an issue for you at all.
We are probably going to sleeve the cards because we see ourselves playing this game often. It's easy to set up, it's easy to play. I don't think that we will need to consult the rulebook often, even if we haven't played it after a long time.
Yep, it feels like a game that once you learn it, it'll always be easy to pick up and play again.
One thing you have to keep in mind is that it takes a bit of space on the table. You are building your forest and you will end up with many trees and you build around each tree, so yeah, it takes some table space. And that was just the 2 of us playing, so I can imagine you'd need a fair bit more space if playing with a higher player count.
There's already more content out there for it too, with some expansions and even another standalone game within the same family, which focuses on the Dartmoor landscape of southwest England. We've already picked up the Alpine expansion, not played it yet, but the newer Exploration and Woodland Edge expansions look really cool too. Another thing to mention is that while the game is only marked for 2 to 5 players on the box, the publishers do have rules for a solo mode on their website. along with another mode of play called Draft Mode, a variant to the normal game which allows you to draft cards for your starting hand.
This game is also available to play on Board Game Arena for premium members, which is well worth checking out if you're able to do so, or maybe you find an open table to join in and try it out. The game works fine digitally and it's nice that you can see the scoring as you play, but I think we both prefer the physical copy. You can hover over the cards to see them better, but we find that a little bit too finicky to play like that even on the computer.
So, that wraps up our first impressions for Forest Shuffle, a game we already love and recommend. Thank you all so much for watching. We've been Board Game Beans.
You've been you.
Have a lovely day and
Happy gaming!